I'm just getting set up right now and making sure that I can see the chat on my iPad. Alright, perfect. So tonight, if you didn't see the title, I'm going to sew up some pet bandanas. I haven't tried the pattern yet. I was thinking about some things that I wanted to sew, and in 2-3 weeks I have a craft fair back home. It's at my local church, and so I'm just thinking of like smaller items that I could bring. So I'm going to test out these pet bandanas. If they work well, I'm going to bring them to the craft fair. Hi everyone! Thanks so much for joining me. How are you guys doing today? Oh, Arnetta. Yeah, it definitely feels like fall up this way. It's starting to feel a lot cooler. So I just cut all of these out of scraps that I had, or like the gingerbread one. I had some fabric when I was using it for the gingerbread poles we carry. So I just am like, all right, I'm going to try to use up anything that I have extra. And I didn't iron anything ahead of time, so I'm going to kind of give it a quick press real quick. Hi, Mickey. I'm so glad that you guys could hop on and join me. So the pattern that I'm using is from Spoonflower. When I was searching, they had it in a blog post and I had seen it, and then I asked for some recommendations in the So Whatever group, and someone had recommended this pattern, and the only thing that I didn't like about it, like reading through the instructions, is that it has you hem the edges and leave it like one-sided where you could see like the wrong side of the fabric. And I want it to be double-sided, or not double-sided reversible, but at least be lined. And I hate hemming, so I was like, all right, no. So I'm going to try doing it where I am going to sew all the way around and turn it right sides out. So hopefully that will work just as well. So we're gonna find out together. Oh, my sister's on. Hey Meg. Hi girls. Hi Dalva. That's funny. I was teasing my sister. I told her, I was like, put it on and have the girls, my nieces, watch. So, and I didn't interface any of these. The only one that's interfaced, I think there's one that has like paw prints in here just because it was interfaced already. And I'm using wizardry thread. I chose the black and red variegated because I figure most of these have black or red in it, so hopefully it works. Hi Dad. My whole family's on tonight. Just need Mom, but when she gets home from work. Oh, tell Winter I love her too. My niece Winter is the one that always like designs dresses, and then they call me and they're like, Auntie, do you like my dress? So my plan is over like Christmas break when I go home to bring my machines and sew some clothes with them. Oh, Mom's home already? Tell Mom hi. Hey, Kim. Kim, I'm not ready to see the results yet of the World Series. I know you're probably happy though. yesterday, coming home from work was crazy because I live in the Bronx and the Yankees are playing, so they had all these extra trains going to Yankee Stadium and not as many going the direction that I needed. It was a heck of a day to be commuting. Oh, Dalva, he must have been really bummed. That would have been cool if it went down to Yankees Mets. Alright, so I sewed around all the edges right side together. I left a turning hole in the side over here. Hopefully it's large enough. I think so. So I'm going to turn it right side out and see how that works out. Yeah, what happened, Kim, is I was taking the subway home, and I think they put extra train cars heading up to the left side of the Bronx, and I live to the right. So it took like 20 minutes for my train to get there, and then when it did, it was packed. And usually it goes express, so it will like skip stops, and then it went local and stopped at every single stop. So usually it takes like I don't know, like anywhere from about an hour, I'd say, and it was closer to an hour and a half yesterday. Hi Willow, hi Addie. So I'm just using a chopstick from Takeout to kind of poke out all the corners and such. So I left this side open here. I'm gonna kind of push it in on itself. I sewed a little bit for the seam allowance, and I'm gonna try to close it up with the top stitching. I think it's gonna work. So in this pattern, it doesn't like tie onto the animal's neck. It is meant to slide right over their collars. And one of the ladies that recommended said that the smallest size, which is this size, she used on her cats. So when I go home, I'm definitely going to be testing this on my parents' dog. Not this size though. He's a golden doodle, and he's like little poodle legs, but he is like a baby hippo. So he'll probably need a larger medium size or whatnot. My machine decided to eat this. Yeah, I wasn't sure what I was gonna be sewing up tonight, so I was trying to think of something different, something like a fun, quick project. So this seems like a good plan. Are any of you sewing or working on anything tonight? I don't know why it's giving me so much trouble right now. I might have to start the top stitch at a different side. I'm gonna run a test of fabric. Yeah, Kim, you're too busy watching the game. I'm putting it there after. Oh, Nikki, that sounds really cool. I had so much fun this past weekend with your pattern, the greedy clutch, making it. So if any of you are sewers and that you're on Hollow Bag Creations, we sewed up her greedy clutch this past weekend. It's a great pattern. It comes out awesome. She has all these add-ons for, it could be Halloween or if you like spooky all year. So definitely check out Nikki. Yeah, Dalva, the four. Yeah. I was just at Grand Central just waiting forever yesterday. But I'll be honest, I can't really complain. I've been taking the train into work a lot, and yesterday was really the first chaotic day that I've had all since the school year started, so. Alright, so the test stitch just works, so hopefully. And I'm using the Text 35 thread. I use that on everything normally, like quilting cotton like now, but also vinyl. So it shouldn't really be the thread. Alright, I think it was just starting at the end. Sometimes with my machine, if I'm starting at the end of fabric, it has a lot of trouble like catching it. Hey Holly! I so appreciate everybody hopping on and joining me. I'm gonna try one more time. I guess tonight is like the night for things to go wrong. When I re-threaded this, I'm gonna pull out the bobbin. You can see on the back, it just did all the little loops. So the tension is messed up. I even like wound a new bobbin. I was like, all right, I'm gonna be ready. I had it, I do adjust the tension though when I'm sewing like quilting cotton, and I'm putting together my quilt for cotton cuts. So it could be that. Aw, thanks Holly. I appreciate it. The one good thing about this being so off is that I don't really need to pick too much with the seam ripper. I literally am just going to be able to pull out the thread because the looping was so bad. Alright, I'm pulling another scrap to test it. All right, if this one looks good again on the front and the back, so we'll see if it gives me any trouble. It's raining? Is it raining here, Kim? If it is, I had no idea. Is this normal weather for you guys? We've had on, like, not unseasonably, but we've had some pretty warm days, and it's starting to get cooler, feeling like more for fall. The rain is unusual. It's actually breaking records right now in New York and Connecticut and some of the other New England states. There's actually like forest fires and stuff. Jersey as well, because we haven't had rain. I think it's over 30 days or something like that. So the irony of it raining right now is really funny. I mean, I guess it's not good for the ball game, but good for our land because everything's extra dry. I think my light bulb is like blinking. If you see me looking up into the air, I don't know if it's noticeable on camera. I have like the daylight bulbs in here, and it's starting to like to get a little darker. Hi, Lucy. Oh wow, Kim. Yeah, the weather's been like weird. Like last week, it was really, really warm. The past few days, it started to get a little bit colder and such. My parents in Connecticut, it's like freezing in the morning. Here, it's hit or miss. Where it says I'm in the city, like closer to the water. Alright, so I finally got the top stitching, and I didn't do the top stitching. I only did around the edges because now in the pattern, you fold it down, and that's what creates the little channel for the collar to go through. So you're folding that top corner down to the bottom corner. And I'm actually gonna top stitch on the back side here. I use the same thread in my bobbin and in the top because I don't want to have to draw like chalk lines on or anything. I think it will look fine doing it from the back. Oh yeah. Here all the leaves are changed and they're actually starting to fall off. Dalva, I'm jealous. We're all going to come to a sewing retreat. We're going to have a retreat in Puerto Rico during the winter, so that way when we're all freezing, we can escape to the beautiful weather. Yeah, I loved going to school in Florida during the winter time. Even though it wasn't like warm enough to swim, it was still just like so nice. Arnetta, right? Like, I think we could make it work. Maybe, Dama, maybe that'll be our goal. A couple years, we have a retreat in Puerto Rico. That'd be so cool. I know there's quite a few of you that sew. We ship to you and a few other people in Puerto Rico, so. Alright, so this is the extra small size. The pattern came in extra small, small, medium, and large. So this one, I don't remember off the top of my head. I want to say it's like a 7-inch collar, so probably like cats and stuff. And again, so now it has that little channel where you can put a collar through. So it's definitely, I don't think you're going to fit a 1-inch collar, so it's definitely like a cat size collar. I'm going to do one of the larger sizes now. But I'm pretty happy with this because, like I said, the pattern had you fold over and create a hem. But I really like it with the two different fabrics. And I'm atrocious at hemming, so it wouldn't have looked nice at all. Let me see, Kim. This one I'm not sure. So the opening on this one is about, I'd say, of usable space is about 3/4 of an inch. So definitely like a tiny, tiny like teacup dog or cat. I'm gonna sew up. I brought some webbing here, which is like 1 inch, which I feel like a lot of collars are a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna sew up the medium and large size to see what size that channel would be. Yeah, this size here is a medium, so I'll try this one next. Yeah, we don't have any pets here in New York, and I told Jason, I was like, man, I should have just went to the Dollar Tree and got a couple collars to test these out on, but I didn't think about it until a little bit before coming on for the live. Hey, Brittany. Oh, that's awesome. Brittany, I actually watched your video today of doing the catnip kickers because I was saying that I'm doing a craft fair at my local church back home next month, and I was like, I need some smaller items. And I was like, oh, I thought of the bandanas, and then I was like, I'm gonna look. I'm pretty sure she has a video for catnip kickers, so I have to buy some catnip. But that is a plan to bring as well for the show. Yeah, I was watching your old video for that, and then I was watching your new one with Nova making the oh my god, I can't think of it. Lauren's bag. The one that you guys did, like, with the Halloween theme. I can't think of it. Is it the Kiss? No, I'm making that up. Love of Change. I don't know why I said Kiss. The Love of Change pouch. Yeah, Dad. Tucker needs this size. My parents' dog, it's technically my sister's, but lives at my parents' house. His name is Tucker. And like I said, he is a golden doodle, but with short poodle legs and looks like a baby hippo. He's humongous. But yeah, he'll need this size. Don't worry, when I come home, he's gonna be my tester. Yeah, so I was cutting all these out earlier and was watching and listening to you guys. That's one thing that I like to do if I'm not recording a tutorial or something where I don't have to like focus, like not usually when I'm making a bag for the first time, but if I've made something a few times, I love putting on different people's YouTube channels and watching their videos. Thank you, Cynthia. Yeah, I thought this would be a great project because it's something small and quick, but also like you can use scraps, and it's also something that if you wanted to, you could like donate to one of your local animal shelters and stuff. So I figured it would work out all the way around. And I'm happy because I keep so many scraps. So it was good to get rid of some. Yeah, most of them I did Christmas or like had pet themed ones because I made some of the boxy pouches with the little hole for the dog bags. So I had a lot of leftover this was a leftover fat quarter I had, and I love pirates, so this is something that I would totally buy. Oh, next one. Because you have George. Like, are they named after Harry Potter, the twins? Oh my gosh. Are you talking about Freddie from the Dodgers? Oh, that's so funny, Kim. Oh my gosh. I completely missed the clip on this one over here. When I was clipping it, it didn't go all the way. I'm going to sew it with the red side up so I can see. Like I said, I didn't iron these before, so I think when I pressed them, it shrunk down a little bit. Oh, Cynthia, that's really awesome. I bet the pictures like help the animals get adopted too, because I'm like, who can resist them? They're so cute. No, Dava, that's the one that looks like a fish, right? I saw it and it's super adorable, but I want to get the zipper pulls that have like the D-ring on the end, so you can make like the cute fishtail. This was from Spoonflower. It's free on their blog. So if you literally just search like pet bandana Spoonflower, it will pop up, and they have like a template you can print out with all the different sizes, and they also have what's it called? They have like the written instructions for it. And the only thing that I'm doing to adapt it is I just cut two pieces of fabric so I don't have to hem it. I'm just gonna have to be mindful of the red fabrics for the other one. I'm probably gonna have to sew with them facing up so I can make sure that I'm catching everything in the seam. I'm purposely leaving the turning holes open in the side, because I feel like that's the part that's getting folded over to make the like the collar channel, so it's less likely to be noticeable. This week I haven't sewed, or like the end of this week I haven't really sewed too much. If you know, I am an ambassador for Cotton Cuts, and their puzzle mystery quilt is ending this month. So, or the first, Friday. Well, Friday is the first Friday of the month. So it would be this coming Friday, November 1st. And so we're doing like a big reveal. So I've been putting the quilt together, and they have two different sizes. They have a small size and a large, and this is my first time doing the large size. So it's been a lot bigger than what I'm used to. Yeah, Holly, I'm doing a craft fair back home at one of my local churches. So I don't do a whole bunch of craft fairs. Usually it's just like local ones back home for like the church, or I've done one for like the high school to help out like the band and stuff. So whenever I make bags, I do post them on my website and Etsy, and it's hit or miss. Like I usually promote like my sewing supply store. So my bags sometimes sell, but sometimes it takes a while. So for craft fairs, I just take whatever extra bags that I've made for strikes or whatnot, and then I usually like to have a few small items, usually headbands, and I've made some of those like warm headbands, I guess you could call, with like the you could put Minky or like the Sherpa on them and stuff. Those were really big hits, especially with like the teenagers and stuff. So I don't really have a lot of small items. So I'm like, all right, what can I make with my scraps that will be kind of quick, and I don't really have to buy anything, and I can use up my scraps. Hi, Kathy. Oh, beanies are a good idea. I do have some knitted fabric, or knit fabrics. I have some scraps of them too, because I make my nieces like dresses and shirts and such. If you guys know a good beanie pattern, definitely feel free to share. Alright, so I'm going to top stitch this one again. And this one top stitched much better. I almost think it was because it was so small on the extra small side. Oh, thank you, Holly. I'll have to check them out. I'll have to try one. I love like wearing beanies myself, especially in wintertime here. It's my favorite thing. I bought a hot pink one from Okla Roots that had her her emblem embroidered on it, and I wear it like all winter long. Oh, that's a good idea, Kim. I'm gonna have to check out theirs. Oh no, it was Ellie and Mac. I've used the stocking one from Ellie and Mac, but I was looking at the patterns for Pirates the other day because Liz just went live I wonder if she'll pop on. She usually comes on. And she did a really cool, like a bat wing shirt that I want to try. Alright, so this is the medium size. So now when I fold this down, it has a much wider channel. So once I sew it, I'm gonna measure it and see. Yeah, I missed the live too. I didn't realize. I don't like I have notifications for people that I'm subscribed to where like if I'm on the computer it will show, but it doesn't like pop up on my phone as a notification. I don't have any notifications like that on my phone. Alright, and so I folded it down to create that channel, and again I'm just gonna top stitch from the back side here. Alright, so this one is the medium size. I think this one will probably be, just from looking at it, most medium sized to large sized dogs would probably use this based on the opening. If you have a big dog, then definitely the large, but let's see. Yeah. So this opening is about 1 3/4, almost 2 inches, 1.75. So I have like webbing here 1 inch, and there's definitely plenty of space. I think one of the, the metal clips, I have one over here. I'm gonna grab one. We'll see if it works. The parachute buckle. I'm gonna be making a bag, filming a tutorial that uses these this week, so I had it out already. Yeah, so if I'm putting this in from the side, you can see that, so this is the 1 inch. We can pretend this is like the collar. And then it has, the larger size buckle. That fits in no problem. And there's wiggle room on both the left and right side. That's funny, Kim. I started sewing on my mom's sewing machine, which is just like a very basic Brother, and I did a whole bunch of bags, everything on that. And as long as I was like mindful, especially if I use cork, I could do more structured bags. But when I started sewing and really teaching myself, she's technically my great aunt, was like, oh, I have a sewing machine, do you want it? And I had no idea, because it's my Aunt Joanne. She's super crafty. She does all sorts of like cross stitching, crocheting, like all sorts of stuff. I had no idea that she sewed before. So this is her machine. It's either from the late 70s or the early 80s, but all the gears, like this part here is all metal, and all the gears inside are metal. So basically if I could put it under my presser foot, it sews it. So I feel really fortunate. Sometimes, like in the beginning, I think that's why I was having a little bit of trouble because I had been sewing quilting cotton and then I switched to vinyl. So sometimes I have to adjust like the tensions. Um, but not really that much. I usually just jump anywhere from like a 6 down to a 3. And yeah, I've made bags with, I did the Belle Baby bag by Swoon, and that I did it so it was like bound, and at one point I think there was like 14 layers that this machine was going through. So it's definitely a workhorse. All right, so the top one is the extra small, and then the skull one is a medium. Let's see. I'll do this one next. This one's a small size. This way we can see one of every size at least. My dream though, like, I would love a cylinder arm. I think the idea of a cylinder arm with the flatbed attachment would be my ideal. So one day that is my goal. But for now, I'm totally happy sewing on a domestic. And I actually really enjoy it too because I don't want like new sewists to be discouraged to think that they can't make nice things on a domestic machine or a basic machine. So that's why I really also enjoy doing my tutorials and showing different things. So this cotton here was interfaced. It was in my scrap bin when I had made some boxy bags. So this bandana is going to be a little bit more structured. So, not this coming weekend, the 8th to the 10th is when I'm going to be in Pennsylvania at Mojo Sew's teaching the willow wristlet. So I think next week's Tuesday night might be like a cutting video, getting the class kits cut and prepped for that. And if you're close to Pennsylvania or you don't mind traveling, there's seats still open. I think it's about half filled now. And then this is something else that I like to show as I'm sewing or even filling tutorials. You can see that the green is a little bit longer. And when I was beginning sewing, I was like, oh no, like it's not perfectly even. But now at this point, I'm like, oh, my stitch line is straight. This is all gonna get hidden inside anyways. So it's like little examples like that that I also like to include, especially for anybody that's like new or hasn't come across stuff like that yet. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I'll measure. This is the small size, so I'm gonna see. The medium would definitely fit. The small might, depending on how it is once the seam allowance. Hi, Gail. The Thor cylinder arm. I love it. Oh, they had a jam. Yeah, the Thor looks amazing. Did you have them? My only concern about a cylinder arm is I'm super short. I'm only 5'2". So the table is so high. But I've read that Sunny can cut the table down now and make them lower. Because that was my one concern. And not just about Thor's, about any cylinder arm. They tend to sit really high. I'm just taking my time poking out the corners. I could have trimmed them on an angle too to make it a little bit easier. Yeah, and depending how these go at the craft fair, I'm like, I might put them on my Etsy shop too. I think these would be cute for like Christmas gifts or, you know, pet gifts. Yeah, exactly, Kim. So you understand the struggle. Oh no, Arnetta. Well, I know Michelle is definitely planning others. Um, this was kind of like quick and whatnot. So I know next year she's definitely planning more. So I'm super excited. Oh, that's good to know, Nikki. Yeah, I definitely love that Sunny Sewing Machines like has them pre-built for you. Will ship them everything. Like that's so awesome. I've actually never sewed on an industrial machine at all. Like I wasn't ever able to take any of the classes. I would love to go out to Lauren's studio one day, take a class, and you know, test them out. Man, I don't know if it's this thread. I haven't used this thread in a while. Or I wound a new bobbin, but like I just broke the thread on myself again. Or it just could be like not my night. Holly, Lauren from More Me Know, or hold on. So Lauren from More Me Know has her studio out in Illinois that is filled with industrial machines, and she offers sewing classes. I think it's usually like 2 a month, and they're all on those industrial machines. Hey Marcy, how are you doing? don't know, like, I think it might even be the top stitching because I'm starting on the corner where there's like kind of like a bump. It really does not like it tonight. I think what I'm gonna have to do, what just worked, is I started a little bit down and then backstitch to the end. Catching it on the end right there. Maybe a hump jumper would work, but I don't really know. Okay, the class that I'm teaching is at Mojo Sews. It's in Drums, Pennsylvania. I think it's about an hour left of the Pocono Mountains. It's not too far from like Allentown and such. Yeah, so if you search it's Drums, Pennsylvania. And I'm teaching my willow wristlet. Amanda from So Bestie is teaching her new bag. I forgot what it's called. Clearly crossbody, I think maybe. Trina is teaching the twofer tote from Lynn's Handmade. Michelle is doing that new wallet with the inserts from Ginger, I believe it is, and teaching edge coding and like an embroidery intro. There's gonna be like all about interfacing. Trying to think, I think there might be another thing. And on the first night, there's gonna be I think Michelle said painting like wine glasses and such. I'm not too sure about the details on that one. I know more about like the actual bag making classes, and mostly about the one that I'm teaching, which is the willow. Oh, Holly, really? What part of PA are you in? It's on Mojo Sews website. I'll see if I can link it here in a second. And I believe it's $279 for the whole weekend. It includes all the classes and class kits. I think it even includes like 2 lunches. All the info of what else it includes is on there. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick to link it. There you go. I just dropped it in the chat. I think it's a clickable link. And so she has more info in her Facebook group, and then also it's all listed in that direct link. And I'm super excited because oh, you're welcome. I was super excited because I wasn't able to teach or make it down to like the Sewcation or Salty Sews. So I'm so happy that Michelle wanted to do something that is, more in the Northeast. Hey, Liz. Liz, were your ears ringing? I was just talking about how cool your Batwing shirt came out. That I love it, and it's like inspired me where I really want to try it. Liz, you're so busy. Did you, because it was you that had band this weekend too, right? Band and soccer. Beth, hi! Liz is going to go live every Sunday. Are you really? Liz, you're going to go live? I'm going to definitely join in. Let me know the time. And Beth, you need to go live too so I can join you. Because I love all your tutorials. So if you're on, a lot of people on here have channels. So feel free to like put, I don't know if the link because I don't have people like a moderator or anything, but feel free to say if you have a channel. So that way we can all subscribe to each other and help support each other. Okay, and so this one I just top stitched across the small size, and I'm going to check out the measurements of this one. So Kim, the 1-inch webbing definitely fits in. We'll see about with the buckle. Yeah, so this buckle is a little bit wider, and with my top stitching across, it does not go into the small size. So I would say either the small or the medium for George. So far we have, this is the extra small, the small. I'll put them, I'm going to line up the left-hand corner so we can see the size difference. We have the medium. So there's actually quite a large jump you can see from the small to the medium size. And then I'm going to do a large. Right. So that way we can see all four. Hi, Glenda. Yeah, actually, if you did like a between the, so the pattern template prints all four on one sheet, so you could probably even just like cut between the small and medium size. Oh my gosh, Liz, you're so busy. Mama's still tired. I bet. I can't even imagine. Like, I don't have kids and I'm tired as it is, so I can't even imagine. My sister has my 3 nieces and I see how tired she is. I don't have any like steam or anything or water in the iron to make steam, so I'm just kind of pressing it to flatten it, not necessarily to get out the wrinkles or anything. I'm gonna pay extra attention because this red one is the one that slipped on me, or like maybe I cut it funny. I thought it shrunk, but this one didn't really shrink, so unless the iron wasn't quite as hot since I hadn't used it. Oh, Liz. Yeah, tonight my sister and my dad sent me pictures. They all carved jack-o'-lanterns tonight. I missed out on the fun. It's nice because I'm in New York because I'm within driving distance. I can go home a lot and see them. But it's like a couple hours. So it's not like, oh, I can go over for the afternoon or something. Oh, really? I'm not... Liz, you have to share your daughter's... Like, does your daughter post or have a channel too? How do you know all this stuff, Beth? You know everything. Oh, she's young. Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool that she's starting so early. What does she like to sew? Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know you brought her with you. That's awesome. I really regret not learning to sew when I was younger. Like I said, this came from my aunt, which I didn't know that she sewed. But my meme, which would have been her mother-in-law, was an amazing seamstress. But I never learned from her or was interested in sewing like that when I was younger. Nikki, that's funny. Beth, I swear, is like a machine. Every day it's like new video, and I'm like, oh my god, Beth, I don't know how you do it. I'm trying to get like one a week right now, or more actually, because my hours are falling off from last October, so I'm trying to like keep the trend going upward. Beth, you must be a multitasker too. Sorry, I also on Tuesday nights I also stream to TikTok. So if you see me like looking at a different area, or right now I have to like swipe that I'm still there. Oh yeah, then you'll be busy for months, Beth. Yeah, you're right, Liz. The editing of videos is what just takes so long. Kim, you have to tell your husband he's doing a really good job of editing your videos. Kim, yours are what? Your hours are falling off? Yeah, Liz, your videos were fine. It's just like for me, it was like getting comfortable. I was so nervous, like I said, before going live or even just putting videos out there because, you know, you're leaving yourself open for people to comment or, you know, whatnot. But everybody's been so supportive. Like, honestly, the sewing community is like so kind and helpful for the most part to everybody. Oh my gosh, Nikki, that's so funny. There's like a weird part of me that kind of likes editing. I don't like editing if I have to cut out a lot of things. But I do like editing in the sense of like that accomplishment of once it's done. It's such like a burst of dopamine for me. Oh yay, yeah. It's right on the Spoonflower blog. I didn't realize that Spoonflower had a blog or different templates. I'm gonna check out to see what else they have. Yeah, Kim. My videos from last October for the Marathon Society. I did the Hugo and I did the Batwing wallet, and they both got quite a few hours, like quite a lot of hours, or at least a lot of hours for like my size channel. and they both fell off this month. So I was about, it was like 170 hours away from the 4,000 that I need, and I think now I'm 350 hours away. But I have, we just did the marathon, so that helped, and Tuesday lives have been helping, so I really appreciate, like I said, everybody joining in and chatting, watching. And then I have 2 backpacks that I cut out that I'm going to do a tutorial for. One of them is the Lucy backpack from Swoon. I love making that pattern. I changed the flap a little bit so it doesn't have like webbing down the center. And then I'm also going to be doing a backpack pattern from Lacus Designs. So that's my goal for this coming weekend, to try to get those filmed and edited. See, the subscribers I don't worry about so much, only because I know that there's like bot emails or whatever, subscribers and stuff. So like, I would worry probably if I lost like 20 or maybe even 10, because I have such a small channel. But if it's 1 or 2, I kind of think of it as like YouTube managing itself, not that people are like, oh, I don't want to be here. Yay, Holly! I know, that's so exciting that, you know, especially being like small businesses or small social media, you know, every one of those likes or follows, they all add up. They're all so helpful. It can be so exhausting posting to all the channels. What I tend to do is make my video in like CapCut, so then I can post it to Reels or TikTok or both, even YouTube Shorts sometimes. The other thing that I really take advantage of is TikTok's auto cut feature is great, because they'll sync everything for you and put music to it. Yeah, I also think I don't know about YouTube videos and the algorithm, but I know the algorithm on Facebook has changed. I've been getting like a whole bunch of suggested groups and stuff, things I'm not even interested in. So I've definitely noticed it there. And even within my Facebook group, like I feel bad that I tag everybody that I'm going on live, but for example, my Facebook group has 3,000 members, and posts get like anywhere from, I'd say, from like 100 to 300 views, unless I tag everyone. And even with tagging everyone, it goes up to like 1,000. So it's like a third of the group. Yeah, I hear you, Nikki. It's hard. The CapCut is a great app though, that makes it easier to post those videos and stuff. I have to say, I really find that helpful. And out of all the platforms, like not including YouTube, but like the short media, I think TikTok is like the easiest for me. Because like I said, I really take advantage of that auto cut feature, so it does a lot of the work for you. All right, so I just folded over the large size, and I have a few more cut out, but I think I'm gonna And here for the night on my Tuesdays, I've been liking, I can't talk tonight, like going for about an hour. I know it's been a little bit more some of the nights. What I want to try to do is the weekends that I'm home in New York and not like away anywhere, maybe trying to go live more often. So it definitely keeps me like motivated and like consistently working on new things. The other thing is I have my puff quilt pillow is with Testers, and so they've been putting their final pictures and stuff. So I'm hoping to have that release this coming weekend. I need to do all the final edits, and I already have a YouTube video from when I made it before, but the measurements, it was just like it wasn't a written tutorial at the time, so I want to film one that goes along with the written one that I'm gonna release. Oh, your cats. That way, you just gotta put your cats with your sewing, and then it will just like all come together. So this is the large size, and it's about the inches are about 2 inches, the opening. So definitely a little bit wider than that medium. And then if I put them all together, I have like threads hanging off everywhere. Yeah, so if you look at them all together, you can see the different sizes. Yeah, Kim, so that was me. Like, I've just been kind of going live with just whatever projects that I have going on at the time or need to get done. So, and for me, like, I do night because I'm working during the day. So on my remote days, sometimes I'm able to catch people if they're live, but not if I'm in the office. But yeah, so I'd say whatever works for you, because honestly, the thing is too, like, people in the sewing community are all over the world and work all different hours. So I think no matter what time you go on, there's gonna be somebody there to support you. All right, so I think I'm gonna end it there. I did one of every size. Again, these are the pet bandanas from Spoonflower's blog. I believe in the description I put a link for it. And like I said, the only thing I did different is I didn't hem it. I just put the 2 fabrics and turned it before folding over for that collar channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me again tonight. Hope to see you next Tuesday. I really appreciate it every night or every Tuesday. I really look forward to everyone in the chat, and especially those of you who keep coming back or new people finding me. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a good night, and I'll see you next week. Bye.